Galnet Noob Special. Welcome to the Noob Zone. We at Galnet News Digest, the busy commander's one-stop shop for slightly inaccurate news about the so-called Elite Dangerous Galaxy, have become aware that a large number of new commanders are joining the ranks of the Pilots Federation. Other video channels are providing advice to these new commanders about how to fly their spaceships, what to do and where to go. And as responsible providers of almost entirely reliable news in the galaxy, we felt that we should chip in with some handy hints for new pilots that we think you probably won't hear anywhere else.
Before we start, let's mention Hutton Orbital. This is an outpost in the Alpha Centauri system, and it takes a very long time to fly to. Some people may pretend you can get a free Anaconda spaceship there. This is unfortunately a prank. So please don't be disappointed when you get there and only find mugs and gin.
Helpful hints. Leaving the station. You don't need to use auto-launch. If you turn it off and fly out through the station manually, it's considered polite to boost through the mail slot. However, if you slow down and stop in the mail slot entry corridor for long enough, blocking it for oncoming ships, approaching ships will drop cargo to try to tempt you out.
Travelling. It's best to plot your route using economical mode to make sure you don't run out of fuel before you arrive. If you fly close to planets, you'll benefit from a gravitational slingshot effect that makes you travel much faster. On long journeys, save fuel by getting up to speed and then turning off your frameshift drive and coasting the rest of the way.
When you arrive at your destination. To get as close to the station as possible, keep your throttle on max and then double tap the Super Cruise button just before the distance marker hits 0. There are red and green lights on the toast rack structure around the station entrance. If the red light is on, the station is full and you must wait outside until the light goes off. Don't bother requesting docking until you're inside the station. When docking, you will be assigned a landing pad, but you can land at any pad that's lit up. In order to help you leave quickly, it's best to turn your ship around when you enter the starport and land facing the mail slot. Note that the system knows if you got it wrong. As you approach, you may see other ships being turned around to face the right direction. Non-Pilots Federation vessels that are blocking landing pads can be encouraged to move, with a friendly tickle of multi-cannon fire. When you arrive at a small starport known as an outpost, don't forget to enter the hangar to free up the pad for other commanders to land. There's a secret entrance on the side of outposts where you can dock a large ship. There is an issue with scaling, so it looks tiny, but if you get your speed above 275 meters per second, you pass through the station and you can dock at the large pad. However, your shields can make this tricky, so it's best to turn them off first.
Ships and outfitting. It's important to buy lots of paint jobs for your new Sidewinder. After all, you're going to be spending many long weeks in it, so you might as well get used to each other. When you eventually decide to upgrade, the best ship to move on to is the elusive Cobra Mark IV. They're not sold in very many stations, so you may need to hunt around. The Asp Scout is considered to be the best all-round ship in the galaxy. It's well worth saving up to get one. Belugas may appear cumbersome, but in fact they're almost as nimble as a Cobra Mark III. In outfitting, modules are classified A to E to tell you what they're best for. The E for everything module is a great all-rounder. Class D modules, best for combat. B is best for exploration. Class A modules are best for low power builds, and Class C are best for... no one knows what the Class C module is best for. I'd just avoid it. Remember to remap, jettison all cargo to the space bar in case you meet a pirate.
Fuel scooping. Hydrogen fuel is expensive, so it's a good idea to fit a fuel scoop. You can scoop fuel far faster just inside the yellow orbit line that circles the star. Scoopable stars are assigned with a letter corresponding to a vowel, so class A, E, I, O and U are scoopable. All the other stars are useless. Find an A-class star near to you and practice. Some stars give you a special frameshift drive boost when you scoop from them. For example, fuel scooping from a black hole gives a 1000% range boost. Purple stars give you a 300% range boost. They're quite small though, so you do need to get quite close. Always remember the rhyme, scoop a purple star and you'll go far.
Mining. Before you can go mining, you need a refinery, a prospect Olympic controller, a collect Olympic controller, a mining laser, a seismic charge launcher, a subsurface displacement missile, and an abrasion blaster. You also need to fill your cargo hold with limpets. It's easiest to map all the mining equipment to the fire button. Galite is a particularly prized mineral, so be sure to collect as much of that as you can. Coltan is also pretty good. If pirates try to take some of your cargo, your mining lasers should make pretty short work of them. Mining lasers double as tractor beams for easy recovery of salvageable cargo pods.
Combat. Perhaps the best way to start out in combat is to fight an easy foe such as the Thargoid Medusa. Make sure you have at least 2 pulse lasers fitted. You may notice that you can flip between combat mode, which is orange, and exploration mode, which is blue. Your ship becomes invulnerable to attack when you're in exploration mode. If you don't pick sides in a combat zone, you can shoot ships from both sides and double your combat bond tally. If you want an easy fight, compromised nav beacons have fewer pirates. Gold can be used to reflect scanners and make you invisible. Make sure to have at least 1 ton of gold on board before visiting a hazardous resource site, and just watch those poor pirates scatter. High security systems have police ships called Advanced Tactical Response, or ATR. These will drop engineered modules if you can kill them. Get some friends together and kick up a fuss to lure the ATR in.
Trading. Every station has its own rare good, but you have to be allied with all of the factions there before it will be revealed. For example, avian cheese is a rare good you can only get from the Canon interstellar megaship the Gnosis, but you have to become allied to Canon for it to appear.
Exploration. Exploration uses the Full Frequency Scanner, or FFS. All ships are equipped with one of these. To use it, you must throttle up, jump into supercruise, throttle down, and travel very slowly while you use the scanner. You can map planets by firing probes at them. Be careful when firing probes at planets with life on them, in case they fire the probes back at you. Ice worlds and rocky moons are not really worth mapping, as you only get a small reward. The big credits come from scanning gas giants. Don't forget to do some sightseeing. Black holes are harmless, and you can go right up to them. The view from the centre of Sagittarius A star is one you just shouldn't miss. At the current rate of progress, we will have explored the entire galaxy by July the 18th next year.
Missions. If faced with a passenger mission to a distant station, e.g. 36 Ophiuchii, just enter the system, then jettison the cabin. The escape pods will automatically home to the destination, and you can return to the mission giver and collect your reward. Community goals are a great way to meet other commanders. It's customary to fly with his shields turned off in systems where community goals are taking place, to show you mean no harm. You may sometimes see burning starports you can rescue people from. When rescuing, the safest way to enter the burning station is with silent running active.
Planets and SRVs. If you're having trouble landing on a high G world, try turning flight assist off. You can collect materials by blowing up rocks you find lying on the planetary surface. Just land at a starport, get into your SRV, and you'll find rock right next to the base that you can blow up. When returning to a planetary port in an SRV, the quickest way to re-enter your ship is to drive directly onto the landing pad. You earn arcs just by being in the galaxy, so if you want to continue earning arcs while you have a meal or go to the shops, avoid using up the ship's fuel by taking your SRV onto the planet's surface.
General hints and tips. If a commander insults you with the 07 gesture, you're on a bound to open fire immediately. An easy way to get round the Sol Permit lock and see Earth for yourself is to travel there in supercruise from Alpha Centauri. If you run out of fuel, the best thing is to self-destruct. Don't risk calling the fuel rats. They're a well-known ganking group and you'll die anyway. You can unlock extra cargo capacity on a hauler. All you have to do is find a high G landable world. 3 or 4G should do it. Once you drop out of glide, dip the nose of your hauler to 37 degrees and hit boost. Try and get your speed over 1000 km a second. Check on board for an extra 2 size 3 internal storage bays. Commander Primetime Casual has been doing this for years and he now has more capacity in his hauler than a Lakon Type 9 Heavy.
The community. Fleet carriers operated by members of the Lave radio crew are safe to dock at. The Buckyball Racing Club is an exclusive club that runs all the races in the galaxy. It is an exclusive club, and it is invitation only, so don't bother trying to join up. The Hogwarts books are venerated by many old-timers. Try typing the message, "Harry Potter sends his regards," for a friendly greeting in return. Don't be fooled by the apparently friendly rivalry between Commander Burr and Commander Plater. They really do hate each other. Watch the official Frontier game streams for tips on top-tier combat from Stephen Benedetti. There's a mythical portal to another galaxy known as Raxxla. It can be unlocked by running missions in the so-called background simulation to expand the Darkwheel faction into the Sol system. Hutton Orbital Radio, which broadcasts at 8:30 p.m. on Thursdays, is packed full of useful information about Elite. Most importantly, whatever you do, don't trust anything written by Commander Beetlejude of Galnet News Digest.
Oh, you liar! I didn't write this.
We hope you've enjoyed this special edition of Galnet Noob Digest. Galnet Noob Digest. We give the hints that you really shouldn't listen to.
And don't watch Commander Psychic's Getting Started guide. It's full of misinformation and errors.